Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Today, we're talking about your body's internal clock, harnessing the power of your circadian rhythm. So, what we'll cover the most important thing, why it is the most important thing. Why does your body care more about timing and habits? How does light tell your brain when to heal, burn fat, or rest? Why does late night eating confuse your biology? How does your circadian rhythm affect focus, mood, and anxiety? How to start your biological clock correctly? Light versus darkness. When you eat matters more than what you eat. Why workouts at the wrong time backfire. Teaching your body when to sleep. Screens, stress, and artificial light. Practical takeaways. First, let's talk about the most important thing, which is your circadian rhythm. Why is it the most important thing? Well, this is because your circadian rhythm controls your hormones, your metabolism, your mood, and your sleep. It pretty much regulates everything health related. When it's aligned, your body works with you instead of against you. So there are all of these processes that have to happen at specific times, which are most ideal for your body and for your brain. So some of these examples are the best coordination, the greatest muscle strength, the melatonin secretion, the serotonin release, bowel movement, testosterone. All of these things are bound to timing, which is why it's very important. Now, why does your body care more about timing than habits? Well, your body runs on internal clocks, not necessarily on willpower. So the same habit is going to help or harm depending on when you do it, which is why it's very important if you are going to build a new habit to build it at a specific time versus building it at a random inconsistent time, because your body and brain are very adapted to timing. So if you want to build a new habit, rather than the willpower to do it at random times during the day, during the week, try and do it at the same time. You'll find it is a lot easier that way. How does light actually tell your brain when to heal, burn fat, or rest? Because the main contributor in the circadian rhythm, let me scroll back. The main contributor or signal in this circadian rhythm is light. That's the main signal. But how does it actually do this? Well, light through your eyes. Your eyes are the medium through which your brain receives this information. They set the master clock. Morning light is going to boost cortisol, stress hormone, and your metabolism, so it starts producing energy. Darkness triggers repair and melatonin, so this is going to make you a little bit more sleepy. So light is the main player in this. This is why one of the best action items for you to do to take advantage of this circadian rhythm is to get natural sunlight into your eyes within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. That's going to be one of the most valuable things, because this is going to stimulate serotonin release. It's going to boost cortisol and your metabolism. It's going to essentially wake you up. Now, if you understand this, then why does late night eating confuse your biology? Well, this is more to do with digestion, but eating late signals daytime to a body preparing for sleep. This is going to disrupt insulin, digestion, fat burning, and sleep quality. What you want to do is stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, or something else you can follow is the 3-2-1 rule, because digestion is a process for the body that is, I wouldn't say too intense on like energy, but it does require energy, a lot of energy to digest certain foods, which means it's important to not do it too late, because it might interfere with the sleep timings that your body is naturally already trying to do. So the 3-2-1 rule: stop eating food 3 hours before bed to improve digestion and improve sleep quality. Second, stop drinking liquids 2 hours before bed to prevent nighttime trips to the bathroom. Stop looking at screens 1 hour before bed to entrain your circadian rhythms and sleep faster. The last one is very important as well. So this is a simple and free way to increase the quality of your sleep. Next, how does your circadian rhythm actually affect your focus, mood, and anxiety? Well, misaligned rhythms are going to disrupt your dopamine, your serotonin, and your cortisol. three very important hormones that signal to your brain. And if you are doing things at different times during the week, during the day, then your dopamine levels, your serotonin levels, and your cortisol levels are going to be very confused. And you're going to notice that in your energy and your performance. On the other hand, stable rhythms, they create mental clarity, they create emotional balance, and they create calm. Well, how do you actually start your biological clock correctly? Well, first, get natural light into your eyes very early in the morning. That's going to be a key in you actually becoming more energized and waking up refreshed, because your body is going to get that signal, the light signal, hey, it's time to wake up, and it's going to start all of these processes biologically required to wake up. And a practical action item for you is to wake and sleep at consistent times, even on weekends, because this is going to really set your circadian rhythm for sleep dialed in, and you're going to experience this as better sleep quality, more rest, full sleep, and more energy during the day as a result. So light versus darkness. As I've already talked about, light is the main indicator. It's going to tell your body when to activate, burn, and perform. It's also going to tell your body, on the other hand, if it's not light, whether your body should repair, restore, or sleep. So you want to be cautious of the light that you are seeing, that you are like immersing yourself in, especially at what time you do this. We're going to talk about this in a second, but this is the reason why you should not or should avoid light, blue light especially, later at night, because it's going to interfere. Now, when you eat matters more than what you eat. So daytime eating supports digestion and blood sugar control. It takes energy, it gives you back energy. So this process is it takes your body's attention, essentially, your body's resources, which is why you want to do it during the day and not during later during the day or even at night, because this is going to signal stress and fat storage, while what you actually want is to wind down. So you want to eat your first meal at a consistent time. This is going to get your body ready for digestion, for metabolism, for energy production, for action. Why workouts at the wrong time backfire. So late intense workouts, they spike cortisol at night, which is why ideally you want to schedule your workouts in the morning or the afternoon to support your energy and sleep. One thing which is even more important actually is to do it at the same time every day, because the timing is more important than the actual frequency. So depending on what time you prefer to work out, I would recommend doing it in the morning or the afternoon. And if you are someone who is really like, I can only work out at night, in the evening, or I really like it, that's fine. Then I would just do it at the same time every day, because this is going to prepare the processes in your body required for workouts, such as heightened energy, heightened focus, heightened muscular activation, or like blood flow into your muscles. All of these things are pretty much stimulated at a specific time if you do them at the same time. So the main thing here is to really just avoid intense workouts late at night. They are going to spike cortisol and make you more uptight, while what you actually want is to wind down. Teaching your body when to sleep. So a couple of things that you can do to teach your body when to sleep is to dim the lights at night to signal shutdown. This is kind of like a trigger for your body and brain. Hey, lights are going down, let's produce melatonin and let's become more restful. The second one is creating a consistent wind down routine that your body recognizes. So this can be something like journaling, reading, taking a hot shower, whatever else you can think of as like a trigger for your body that it should start getting ready for sleep. The final thing, one of the most powerful ones, definitely, is to go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. This is also has been tested a bunch, And they found that people with a consistent sleep schedule had much clearer circadian alerting signals versus people with inconsistent sleep schedules. Meaning that the people who didn't sleep at the same time every day or didn't go to bed at the same time every day had these processes a little bit more shaky, and their sleep quality was less because their body didn't start the right biological processes to sleep well at the right time. So very important, consistent sleep times. Screens, stress, and artificial light. As I've already talked about, light is a main signal. So if you expose yourself to blue light, especially at night or later during the day, you're going to suppress the release of melatonin, which is going to make you more sleepy. So it's going to keep your body in a more stressful state, which is paramount to day mode. So you're basically telling your body by looking at screens too late at night or too late during the day, you're basically telling your body go into day mode. But actually what you want is go into night mode, of course. So because you're trying to sleep well, because you're trying to have energy, trying to get good performance. So this is one of the most destructive things you can do, is exposing yourself to blue light later during the day or at night. And the best thing you can do is expose yourself to natural light as early in the day. Awesome. So some practical takeaways on a list for you. I've pretty much mentioned all of these, but get natural sunlight into your eyes within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. Go to sleep or wake up at the same time every day. I personally don't wake up at the same time every day, because the reason for that is sometimes my body might need more sleep, sometimes my body might need less sleep. This is something I personally do. Depending on your philosophy, you can have the same approach or not. Third is eat your first meal at a consistent time. So try and eat it every day, whether it's breakfast or lunch, at the same time, so you can start preparing your body for digestion, for energy. Fourth point, stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bedtime to get your body ready for sleep. Then schedule workouts at the same time every day so you can prepare your body to take action in the gym or whatever workout you do. Avoid intense workouts late at night. You don't want to stress your body too late because it's going to trigger energy production and it's going to prevent you from falling asleep easily. Dimming lights after sunset signal melatonin release. Minimizing blue light after dark, or one thing you can do, which I personally do, is wearing blue light blockers, as I will actually show you. Blue light blockers. These really help reduce the light that you see from screens, and as we've already talked about, that's one of the most destructive things, so this is one of the best things you can do. Creating a nightly wind down routine is, on the other hand, a very good thing you can do. So journaling, reading, warm showers, whatever you prefer. And keeping your bedroom, as a final sleep tip, cool, dark, and quiet. Not really necessarily a circadian rhythm takeaway, but it does help you sleep better. So I did want to include it in here. So with that said, these were all of the takeaways. I hope you enjoyed this and took away something valuable. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try out some of these tactics or takeaways. And I hope that you see an increase in your energy performance, your mood, your sleep, your cognitive function, whatever you want to see benefit in. Because I truly think circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, in other words, is one of the most important things to your health. So definitely give this a try. Hope you enjoyed this video and looking forward to seeing you in the next one.